What's up guys? For those of you that might already know, Criterion Collection had their 50% off flash sale. With that, once I saw it on Instagram, right away I got pumped and wanted to pick up some titles. I did get the package in the mail. I'm gonna go ahead and open it. It's still sealed and I'll show you my pickups. Let's get to it.
Shouldn't you have used the knife?
It's fine. Oops. Alright, so first film to break out of the box. Actually, before I get started saying that, just like when the Barnes & Noble have their 50% off Criterion Collection sale, usually you'll see videos, or you yourself when you go do pickups, you always have like a stack and then you end up narrowing it down to what you really want. Even though you would think that you would do that physically, even on their own website, you end up adding a bunch of films to the cart and then slowly start eliminating. So what kind of helped me to eliminate a lot of films and narrow it down to what I did end up picking up was films that aren't on the Criterion channel that I'm able to stream. So these are films that I could for sure only see right now physically versus buying it for a physical copy and then end up watching it on the channel. Except for one, and I'll get to that one in a second. So first off, out of the box is two films directed by Monty Hellman, and that is The Shooting and Ride in the Whirlwind. And these films have Jack Nicholson when he's super young in them. They're westerns. I saw this on Amazon Prime and right away I loved both of these films. What's really cool about these ones is that your typical western has to have so much flashy violence or some crazy story where people are chasing so-and-so or whatever have you, but with these ones it's almost like they're existential films with the characters. I don't know how to describe it, but anyways, it's not your typical western. I love these both these films, and when I watched it, it wasn't the actual restored version, so I'm excited to see the restoration that Criterion did with these. So yeah, it does look kind of damaged on the back from the packaging, but oh well. I forgive you, Criterion.
No.
Next up, we've got directed by Bill Forsyth, Local Hero. And when I first saw this on the Criterion streaming channel, right away when this film had been talked about in the past, I was never really excited to check it out, but I went in with the mindset to be excited for it, I guess. And from start to finish, I just enjoyed it so much. It has a really good warmth to it, has a certain kind of sarcastic humor, dry humor, and especially when you watch it as a film, you just get this nostalgic feeling for the 90s and 80s when you're watching it, especially with the film stock they used. And I just enjoyed it a lot, and I can't wait to rewatch it. And yeah, I love this film. So, all right, when I was mentioning the list that I wanted to pick up of titles that I couldn't watch on the Criterion channel, there's this one film that I'm about to mention right now that is available to watch on the Criterion channel streaming network or streaming channel. But I love this film so much. This is one I wanted to own a physical copy, whether it was on the Criterion channel or not. And that is a film by Aki Kaurismäki, Le Havre. Some films for me, when you start the first 5 minutes, you feel like you're in for a ride, and from beginning to finish, nothing can go wrong. And that's literally how I felt with watching this film, is that every scene I just enjoyed so much, as well as you have illegal immigrants trying to cross the border in these cargo thingies, whatever you want to call them. And they just so happen to get caught, and when it opens, you have this young boy that runs out and this elderly man that ends up finding purpose in protecting him. And it's just a cute, charming story. I fell in love with it from beginning to end. This is a really, really good rewatch. I love Aki Kaurismäki's films, especially this one. This is like, if you haven't seen any of Aki Kaurismäki's films, this is one to easily start off with, and it'll get you into wanting to watch and appreciate the style he has for his other films. And last but not least, I only picked up 4 titles, and this is the last but not least. This is one title that I had watched years ago, only because it was nominated for Best Director. I watched it because it was a Stanley Kubrick film, and I hated it the first time I saw it. I didn't understand what all the fuss was about. I didn't understand what was so funny about it, and I'm so used to Stanley Kubrick's serious films like 2001, Clockwork Orange, Full Metal Jacket, and I revisited it like about 6 months ago, and I fell in love with it, appreciated it, and especially Peter Sellers kills every performance that he does. He does 3 performances in the movie, and I fell in love with it, and that is Dr. Strangelove.
Oh no!
It is one of those where I was continuously laughing when I rewatched it recently, about half a year ago. I've seen people unbox this Criterion set, and I just right away saw all the different cool features that come in this package. So can't wait to rewatch this. So these are my pickups, my 4 pickups of the 50% off flash sale. I can't wait for the summer 50% off Barnes & Noble sale, but it's cool to get some pickups from the Criterion collection. And oh wow, this one really came damaged.
Yeah, you need to return it.
We'll see. But anyways, thank you Criterion channel for having your guys' Criterion channel. Thank you. Thank you Criterion Collection for having your 50% off flash sale. You guys just had one in Barnes & Noble, 50% off. But it's cool for February. Start off 2021 with some great films to watch up until July when the Barnes & Noble sale happens. So yeah, leave comments below of your own pickups of the flash sale and maybe mention some recommendations so we could get talking about some films. Also real quick, I'll leave a link down below in the description of my Instagram, and keep an eye out. I will be releasing hopefully my next narrative short film this year. So keep an eye out. Thanks.